Welcome to the Business Report. I'm Andrew Laidley. Now, the Bank of Jamaica was in the hot seat on Tuesday as politicians quizzed heads of the central bank on the recently published ABM standards. The BOJ officials were called before the Standing Finance Committee of the House of Parliament. At least one committee member argued that the new standards lack teeth. To the Bank of Jamaica BOJ, about 95% of automated banking machines were operational on a regular basis before Hurricane Beryl disrupted systems.
What we have seen is the beginning of an improvement in an amount of the number of ATMs that are up and working, and the amount of the time it takes, a decrease in the time it takes to fix ATMs when they go down.
But at least one politician is arguing that the new ABM standards lack teeth. He argues that the information from the banks may not be reflecting the true experience on the ground.
And my concern is, how can we ensure that what they are telling us is actually so, and how do we ensure that we do not inconvenience the consumers? And I speak specifically of a rural township where there are 3 institutions that have ABMs. There are actually 4 ABMs because one has 2 in that particular locale. But on occasions, all 3 go down. And the primary reason for that is that there are no funding, no money in the ABM.
The BOJ says it's aware of some of the challenges, but maintains that procedures are in place to ensure monitoring and evaluation in order to verify the information received from the banks.
The entities report to us on a monthly basis. We will go through a process of doing an evaluation, particularly of where we see extremes, meaning entities that are performing extremely well, or perhaps entities that are performing extremely poorly. That will take time, though, to come to that evaluation. In the meantime, we do leverage mirror data. So most of the banks subscribe to a company called JETS, and they produce reports that are linked to the back end of the ABM systems. So we can verify by looking at mirror data the extent to which there is a discrepancy between what is being reported to us.
It's time now for your weekly tips and trends. Ever heard of turning liabilities into assets? It's not some magical spell or secret potion. It's a savvy financial move that can totally rock your world. Picture this. You've got bills to pay, loans to worry about, and all those little expenses nibbling away at your paycheck. Sounds stressful, right? But hold the phone, because here's where the magic happens. By flipping those liabilities on their heads and transforming them into assets, you can actually make money work for you instead of against you. So whether it's slashing debt, investing smartly, or starting that side hustle you've been dreaming about, turning liabilities into assets is like having your own personal money fairy granting wishes left and right. As you'll hear from Michelle Sinclair Doyley, Corporate Manager for Group Financial Partnership Support and Financial Education at JMMB, it's all about taking control, seizing opportunities, and turning your financial frown upside down.
Sometimes persons, they love a particular brand car and they say, oh, that's my kind of car and that kind of thing. However, if the car is not putting more money in your pocket, it is a liability. You may need a car, but do you need that particular brand of car, that particular expense of car? And so you may be able to take a car that you're happy with and that will cost you less. So what you would have done is you would have reduced the amount that you now go in debt for that vehicle. But in the example before, when I was talking about the business, you really need to now start to examine. So, but the car is sitting in the driveway and I'm working all day. Is there a way I could utilize this car during the day while I'm working so that it is earning its keep? And if you can do that, then the car becomes an asset. So now you'll be earning. So let us say you're now earning 50% from that car. right, in terms of profitability, and you're spending 10%, then 10 from the 50 equals 40. Wow, now you've turned it into good debt for you.
And that's your business report. Up next is your market summary. CVM News at 7 continues after the break.